for joining us on the Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Look at the Pelicans. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Miller is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Rondo in the point guard. New Orleans on D.
Come get it, come get it.
Second shot opportunity. The shot's good. Turner's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Trailblazers. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brett, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and the guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Shoots off the screen. Count it, good.
Now, this is the area that Evan Turner has built his house, the mid-range, finding his way into the paint and scoring the basket.
Now here's Rondo. They set the screen. Valanciunas with a screen on McCollum. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. And Valanciunas with the layup.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Nurkic. And here's McCollum for three. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. For three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And here's DeRozan. Outside Rondo. Back to DeRozan. Shoots over Lillard. And the basket by DeRozan.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Nurkic set the pick for Lillard. McCollum outside. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, defenses gear up to stop McCollum from the three-point line, but he can get around you into mid-range and settle in from there.
Now here's Rondo. Screen by Valanciunas. And here's Miller outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Outside Turner. Over Miller. Trailblazers keep it alive. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Davis against Aminu. Over Davis. Aminu misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
Sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Foul. He's checked in for Miller. Outside DeRozan. Lots of room. another one falls for New Orleans.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
There's Lillard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. One of the league's elite scorers, Damian Lillard, able to score from anywhere on the court.
There's always reminders that Damian Lillard enjoys the long-range ball as well. He'll step well behind the three-point line, and when he's locked in, it feels like an effortless shot for him. Last year was his most efficient shooting season of his young career. And the Blazers have a number of playmakers on their roster, and I think that takes the offensive load off of guys like Lillard and McCollum to score. Maybe a reason why Evan Turner was added to the roster. Try to get some guys in motion, maybe less attention to these guys playing in isolation to create some scoring opportunities. Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Shot from free throw range. Evan Turner grabs the board.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Now here's Turner. Back to Lillard. And that one comes up a bit short. And for Damian Lillard, perhaps a sign of his unselfishness, Brent, willing to play at times without the ball in his hands.
I think he's welcomed the fact that having the ball and trying to create that many offensive opportunities on a nightly basis is not good for your health. So keeping your teammates involved, letting C.J. McCollum handle some of those responsibilities, even a playmaking big man, that's paying some dividends for Damian Lillard.
Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Smart and aggressive, Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Passes it to Davis. Outside DeRozan. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Valanciunas. And that one hits back iron. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Turner passes to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And he hits it to tie the game up. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
280 pounds. I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Frank, you take a look at Nurkic, young and full of potential. He's still learning how to make the most of his abilities.
Yeah, the Bosnian Bear, Nurkic, had some tough times in Denver as Jokic started to emerge. And there was talk about him sulking and pouting just a little bit, still a young player. But the opportunity now in Portland with established stars in Lillard and a rising one in McCollum could be exactly the type of recipe for success that he was looking for.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. Rondo with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Davis sets a screen. Feeds to Moore. Pass to Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. With some arc. It's good. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
Here's Lillard. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the change.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Rondo kicks to DeRozan. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Trailing by 2. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The pass to Aminu. Screen by Nurkic. to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
Over to the wing. And here's Moore outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Here's Lillard. On the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Davis comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
One shot.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Turner. And it's Pat Connaughton in for C.J. McCollum. We all know it takes stars to win championships, Brent, but it also takes a lot of support. In your opinion, who are some of the NBA's better role players? Guys that don't have to be on the marquee, can be on the side, but still are contributors.
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin. I'm thinking about last year, the way that Eric Gordon took the role of coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets and had a tremendous season for them. Kind of a selfless act for a guy who had started most of his career and was injury-plagued. That opportunity, and maybe that selfishness had some karma behind it, and he had a great season. Another guy I would say is Cameron Payne, a guy that just has a great energy, a great spirit, looking for his opportunity, always excited to get to the game. But those are the kind of guys you need. Energy, excited to be there, and every night are going to give it to you. And I'll throw Patty Mills in the mix as well. Those kind of guys with unbridled spirit, great role players to have.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Anthony Davis. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Portland making a change here. Rose is checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Heritage comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Chalmers in for Rajon Rondo. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Here's Rose. He feeds it to Harkless. Now the dish to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Leonard is a big guy at 7'1", so when the defense is all over him, he can use his height to overpower people.
Chalmers dishes to Moore. Here takes the pass to Moore. It's rebounded by Leonard. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now here's Rose. Now Harkins. The kick out to Rose. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Norman Powell checked in for New Orleans. .156 left here in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 5 on the clock. Davis with the bucket.
Davis is a big guy, a lengthy big guy, rushing off contact there and using a bit of that wiry strength.
Now here is Davis. He has 6. to Powell. From beyond the arc. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. Rose kicks to Connaughton. .106 left in the first quarter of the game. Shoots it. No good off the front iron. New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Powell dishes to Davis. Harkless with the steal. Rose gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
You can tell just by looking at his body language that he didn't want to take that shot, although the defense was more than willing to let him attempt it.
And Chalmers kicks to Davis. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And stolen by Mirotic. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5 points so far.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
1 second left.
Great contest from AD there. Always a legitimate threat to throw it back.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside and in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
New Orleans leading by 3.
This Blazer team has some good continuity and some good chemistry. It's a young roster, and they get along pretty well. They've got 2 studs, obviously, at the guard position, and they keep improving.
Mighty pair of Davis and Leonard, the big man. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter. And Harkless slams it in.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now, here's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And from team dinners to off-season trips to train together, this Blazers team, Brent, led by Damian Lillard, has made the effort to get to know one another off the floor.
Well, that absolutely helps with the lines of communication, that it's always respectful, and sometimes it can be competitive and heated, but that's all right. Mostly for the young guys, the cool thing about it is that they feel a connection to the guys who've played several years in the league, and that helps them settle into their first year. I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second. Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for Derrick Rose. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Mirotic the screen. And here is Chalmers. Here's Powell. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Trailblazers trailed by 3. Napier passes to Connaughton. Puts it up from 17. And he hits the jump shot. Napier's got his first points of the night.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Chalmers dishes to Moore. Pass to Ezeli. Kicks it to Chalmers. The feed to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. Here's Napier. And the layup's good off the glass. Napier's got his second basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Chalmers kicks to Moore. Dishes it to Azili. Davis with the double team. Here's Powell. Moore passes to Mirotic. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. No good on the 3. Portland trailing here. Now a timeout called by Portland. So, Brent, you averaged 21 points a game your senior year in college. What adjustments did you have to make to really score at the NBA level?
Well, I didn't have to ask for the ball much in college. But my first year in the pros, Kevin, I had to do that. I said, I'm open over here.
Right.
You know, really, it was just a matter of being comfortable within the system. And then there's always that proving ground, Kevin. The first 6 months as a rookie or a first-year player that's getting ample time. You just want to prove that you're capable of handling your business in the league, and that all happened for me in my rookie year with the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. Talk about the job, Brent, he's done with the Blazers.
Well, again, Kevin, his connection to Damian Lillard as the player that they thought was going to carry the franchise forward, especially after the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge. I think that's one of the key components of the Blazers and where they want to go. I think Terry can share the vision of the front office and the vision for any given team with Damian Lillard, and then he goes out there and tries to carry out some of the things that he hears from him.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for New Orleans. On the wing, Turner. He dishes it to Nurkic. Finish off by Nurkic.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Chalmers kicks to Mirotic. Off the screen. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Mirotic. That's now 8 points for DeMar DeRozan. McCollum with the screen on Chalmers. Fires the 3. McCollum no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Chalmers with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. DeRozan on the wing. Shoots over Turner. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. A tight game here in Portland. And Lillard gets double teamed. And here are the Trailblazers now. It's McCollum on the wing. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
I'm sure that's on the scouting report to not let him catch and shoot. With McCollum's marksmanship, that's easy money.
Moore dishes to DeRozan. Back to Moore. Launches it. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Moore's got his third basket of the night right there. And Lillard gets to Nurkic. Lillard against Chalmers. Fires from 18. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 12 points for Damian Lillard.
There's the improving mid-range game of Lillard. Just another way he can beat you.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Moore penetrating. Nurkic with the block. Now here's McCollum. Moore with the steal. 4-on-3 break. He kicks it to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Mirotic's shot is off.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Aminu. Nurkic kicks to Aminu. Nurkic up top. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard outside. Pass to Aminu. Shoots the three. And it's good.
Timeout.
Was Lillard. Aminu's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
A lot of people feel that for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis is best at scoring off the assists. So player movement and ball movement. They love to create a free-flowing offensive style to help complement that part of his game.
Substitution here for New Orleans. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Davis comes in for Mirotic. Norman Powell's checked in for Ejuan Moore. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And the Pelicans, Brent, looking for more ball movement.
To their credit, they've done a good job of protecting the ball. Not a high turnover team, but just middle of the pack in assists. And a lot of that comes with being familiar with one another. That's something the Pelicans have suffered through. With all the injuries, I'd like to get guys consistently on the floor. I think those numbers will go up.
Back to McCollum. Over Rondo. And
Timeout.
Now timeout called by Portland.
If shooting is a priority, then teams are prioritizing what it is that C.J. McCollum can do to the likes of an offensive system. The guy is remarkable, is smooth, gets anywhere he wants to on the floor, and scores with incredible efficiency. I know we fall in love with the 3-ball, but C.J. McCollum may be the best overall mid-range young scorer that the NBA has to offer.
5 points for him. They get it back. Nurkic kicks to Aminu. Out to the right wing. McCollum outside. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Screen by Valanciunas. Davis, the pass to Rondo. Davis with a screen on Lillard. Feeds to Valanciunas. He used that pick to perfection. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spot.
Valanciunas again. It's McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. 9 feet out. Out to Turner. Lillard outside. And it's Lillard again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And they double up DeRozan. And it's Rondo in the corner. Valanciunas dishes to Rondo. Buries it from 3-point range. Rondo's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pelicans.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Lillard gives to Nurkic. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Davis sets a screen. Pass to Valanciunas. They set the pick. Davis kicks to Valanciunas. Evan Turner grabs the ball. Turner's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Right wing. Lillard again. Rondo. High post try. It's turning New Orleans.
Timeout.
Just 3 on the bucket from Lillard.
And when he's in this kind of scoring rhythm, Lillard can make the toughest shots look easy.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Brent, all things being equal, do you like the idea of sending everyone to the defensive glass to avoid giving away second chance points? Or do you like leaking a guy or two out in transition, hoping for the best?
I don't think the leak out is a good idea at all, Kevin. You've got to have 5 guys attentive to any possession. Most coaches in the NBA will tell you that a possession is not a stop until you collect the defensive rebound.
Checked in for New Orleans. DeAndre Liggins checks in for DeMar DeRozan. 1:30 left to play here in the half. Rondo kicks to Liggins. Back to Rondo. Out to Miller. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. The shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Davis has got 10.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Napier passes to Leonard. They set the screen. Rondo again. Throws. Here's Leonard. Outside Rose. 32 seconds left here in the second. And he makes that one.
And when he sets his mind to it, Derrick Rose is able to attack and finish through contact about as well as anybody in our league.
To the inside. Valanciunas. Here's Liggins. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Connaughton gets to Davis. Davis sets a screen. That will count. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that concludes the first half. New Orleans on top as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. The third quarter now beginning, both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. New Orleans leading by 6. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. We've got Davis. DeRozan up there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Darius Miller. And it's Valanciunas at the center. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
Well, he's one of the league's more dangerous deep shooters. McCollum hits a high percentage of threes when he's in sync.
Miller with a wide open look. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Davis. Rondo against Lillard. DeRozan in the corner. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Screen by Nurkic. Aminu with the screen for Lillard. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Lillard's got 16.
Well, the years keep going on, and Lillard keeps getting better and more confident at finishing inside.
Rondo is doubled. The pass to Davis. Fader on the way. Again, the Pelicans score.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Turner with a screen on runner. Lillard from outside. Pelicans pull it in.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
Now here's Rondo. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And Valanciunas kicks to Davis. Clock at 6. It's good. 8 points for Valanciunas.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Lillard. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 out of 12 now.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's Critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rondo dishes to Davis. He feeds it to Miller. To the middle. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Misses the baby hook. Here's Lillard. 18 points for him. Screen by Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. The lead now cut to single digits. Nurkic has got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 or 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Davis sets a screen. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. New Orleans making some changes here. Norman Powell comes in for Darius Miller. And Moore subbed in for Rajon Rondo. McCollum against DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. From the high post. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Outside for Davis. Back to DeRozan. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. Drains it from 17 feet out. And now a 12-point New Orleans lead. And Alvin Gentry, coach under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix, helped install elements of that offensive system with the Golden State Warriors.
Well, tough last year because their point guard missed most of training camp through holiday, so they tried to establish a good offensive continuity during that time of the year, and that didn't exist. An amazing thing under Alvin Gentry is after making a massive trade during the All-Star break, this team got into the top 10 in terms of their defensive rating. That's impressive stuff.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities. To get
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. And the questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you can find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
And so here's New Orleans. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. Powell, the pass to Moore. The dish to Mirotic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Napier. He has 7. The feed to Nurkic. Banked in off the glass. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Here's Davis. And the shot no good, a bit short. Trailblazers trail by 7. Napier kicks to McCullough. Shot from 16. Out left to the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Turner. And he uses the glass on the way.
Timeout, timeout.
Now just a 5-point New Orleans lead.
Start it.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Evan Turner, Brent, signed that big deal in the summer of 2016, that 4-year, $70 million deal with Portland. Do you think they're getting their money's worth?
I think the idea is to have a secondary ball handler out there, a guy that they can post up a little bit and still make plays. So the adjustment, not just Evan Turner in a new system, the guys that he plays with have to adjust also to his skill set. We'll see as the years go on how much Evan Turner helps improve what Portland's trying to do offensively.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Davis comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Turner. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks it to Napier. On the turnover, the 24-second buzzer signaling the shot clock violation. New Orleans leading by 5. And here is Chalmers. Pass to Mirotic. Shot to end this full run. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Rose. Here's Napier. 7 points in the game. And the shot is good. Now it's just a 3-point New Orleans lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And it's good, 2 points.
More, it can be fast. That time, Blur taking it to the rack.
Here's Napier. He's got 9. This is the 3. More with it. Dishes it to Chalmers. He kicks to Mirotic. Azealia screen. And here's Moore outside. And the 3 ball is good. And it's an 8-point Pelican lead.
Moore is a quality 3-point shooter, so you've got to tee him up, especially when he's behind the arc.
Outside Rose. That's good from 17 feet away. .153 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Moore. He's got 13. He dishes it to Mirotic. This one for 3. Azealia gets to Chalmers. Back to Azealia. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Azealia is not going to get a lot of plays run for him, so it has to be out of those effort plays where he cashes in.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 1:29 left in the third. Napier kicks to Rose. To the inside. Here's Connaughton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Leonard kicks to Rose. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rose can't get that one to fall. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Miller outside. Passes it to Mirotic. Over Davis. And that one hits back iron.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And it's Napier missing. Chalmers again throws. Moore outside. Good if it goes. The third quarter comes to a close. Pelicans on top. They're up by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Three quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lengthy pair of Davis and Leonard are the big men. Rose is out there with Napier. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. It's up a 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn the game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Rondo kicks to Powell. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Brent, some pressure on the Pelicans front office and coaching staff to win now.
Well, Alvin Gentry has dealt with a lot of injuries surrounding Anthony Davis in his short tenure with the Pelicans, and it took a little while for the organization to confirm that the upper management and coaching staff would be back for this season, so it feels a bit tenuous. Hopefully they can get themselves together and be one of the teams with that kind of talent that finds their way into the postseason this year.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Rondo kicks to DeRozan. Azealia screen. Off the screen. Feeds to Mirotic. Pass to Powell. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. There's the pass to Rondo. And stolen by Lillard. For the third. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Powell dishes to Rondo. To the paint. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Myers Leonard. Aminu comes in for Davis. Turner's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derrick Rose. And the Pelicans also making a change. Liggins is checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball. Play the offense and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Nailed from three-point land. 8 points for Rajon Rondo.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Wide open look for McCollum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now the dish to DeRozan. Back to Rondo. Right side, DeRozan. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trailed by 8. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Nurkic can't hit.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's Rondo. Left side, DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Azealia screen. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Good on the three-point shot. DeRozan's got 19 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Nurkic in the post, covered by Mirotic. And that one, good. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Puts it up in 12. DeRozan's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Lillard from outside. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Nurkic with it. He's against Azealia. Kicks it out to Lillard. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
There's always talk about the Blazers because when you combine Lillard and McCollum, both at 6 foot 3 inches tall, that poses a challenge for them defensively when you play them together in the backcourt, especially against some of the longer guards in the Western Conference.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Napier's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Azealia. Anthony Davis comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for DeAndre Liggins. Now here's Moore. Here's Rondo. And he banks in the layup. Rondo's got 5 points now in the quarter. And C.J. McCollum, a combo guard, but probably better defensively against point guards. Brent, do you think this tandem will work in the long run for the Blazers?
Well, you need some great defenders behind these guys, and maybe there's a chance because C.J. absolutely can handle some of the point guard responsibilities, that there's a way to stagger the minutes so one of these players is on the floor at all times.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's New Orleans with it. Moore outside. Shot clock at 5. Elbow shot. And no good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The offensive rebound. Rondo against Lillard. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And here's Moore outside. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight. Lillard, the fast to Nathan. Aminu. Outside Turner. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Tries it from 19. They get the rebound. Outside for Rondo. Back to Moore. Outside, Davis. Back to Moore. The 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
McCollum's checked in for Damian Lillard. And the Pelicans also making a change. DeRozan's checked in. Nurkic setting the pick for McCollum. Trying to get back on track. And the jumper is good. Pelicans leading by 12. Rondo kicks to Valanciunas. And it's Davis at the elbow. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's McCollum in the corner. From outside the arc. Again, McCollum missing. For New Orleans, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Rondo with the ball. Picked up by Turner. And they double up Davis. Here's Rondo. No good on the triple. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Turner. And the shot goes down.
I like the way Turner uses his body on the inside, not scared of that kind of contact, and throwing a bit of his weight around.
Rondo gets to DeRozan. Rondo with a screen for DeRozan. Davis sets a screen. And they double up Davis. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. Deflects the pass. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Second chance shot. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Here's the 3. gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Now here's Rondo. Out left to the wing. DeRozan with a screen for Mirotic. Here's Davis. Off the left rim and out. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Napier passes to McCollum. High post shot. And that one, good. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways. Alvin Gentry has to be proud that the responsibilities of playing defense for their squad last year was something that they accepted. They went from a bottom 3 team to a top 10 team defensively just last season.
Lillard's checked in for Shabazz Napier. Morris checked in for New Orleans. Use that pick to get in close.
I like the setup from Aminu on the pick. Has the quickness to get there, but then stabilizes to set it.
And with more talent, you think the Pelicans have a chance, Brent, to step their offense up this season?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think the amazing part about last year is that the Pelicans ended up sliding their way up into the top 10 defensively. That's an area where the likes of a team like the Denver Nuggets needs to make their improvement. Maybe between those two teams, they're battling to find their way into the postseason.
Screen by Nurkic. Lillard with no one around. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Now Moore. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up.